Hello everybody, it is I, your favorite VTuber Android Airhead, and I'm back with some more Ace Attorney for Apollo Justice, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so basically, a small recap. Essentially, we got to the trial last time after doing a lot of investigating. Met Emma again, she's great. She's doing great at the very least. Came back to be a lawyer, or not a lawyer, but like an investigator with Phoenix, and then that didn't work out. Point is, she's now here. Also, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Trish. Wait, no. Wait. Fucking, what's the name of our... Hold on. I'll get to it in a sec. Alright. June 16th, 11:17 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Trucy, that was it. Shit. Trucy, got abducted by a thing that might be one of her tricks. Let's see. Trucy? Trucy! You move quick, Apollo. Good show, good show. Trucy, you're okay. I thought... So stop, Ball. Don't cry, Apollo. Those good-for-nothing gangsters. Or some things you just don't do. Oh, yeah, we're working for the Yakuza to, get the son of this guy acquitted for a murder case that he probably didn't do just by based on the fact that he's our client, but, he might have done it. I'm pressing charges! Wait, just calm down, Apollo. Or else... Where the hell was she keeping that? Okay, well anyway, audio seems fine. What the heck is that? Surprised? This is one of my best tricks. The amazing Mr. Hat. You look marvelous, darling. He's a big hit on stage at the Wonder Bar. Yes, I am a big hit. Ha ha ha. I think it would have been better if he said, like, I am a big hat. Ha ha ha. Well, what do you think? Do you like it? I mean, you're Trucy, there are some things you just don't know. I'm pressing charges. Apollo, now is not the time to be threatening me. I can't kill you, you know. It's you who's being threatened here. Huh? Remember what you said to Walkie's father yesterday? You promised you'd save his son. But that testimony was rock solid. What are you suggesting I do? Look, once the judge declares a verdict, it's all over. I guess there are things called retrials, but that's not the point. If I can use my talent to stop that from happening, I will. Trucy, no more staged abductions, please. I'm not talking about magic, Apollo. I know when the witness isn't confident. I can perceive what he's feeling. It might not mean anything, but it's all we got. You can see what he's feeling? Think back, Apollo. Think back to the times when there was a contradiction in his testimony. All the times. All the times when there was a contradiction. Fucking stick drift. Alright, yep. There. Well, I think I remember them, sure. There were 2 times when he made statements he wasn't confident in. And each time there was a contradiction. In his hand, he yelled, "Yes, a pistol." It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. Why does she have one of those Pokemon Revive things as an earring? He said the man tossed aside a pistol, but it turned out he wasn't sure. And sure enough, there was a contradiction. Well, that's true, but how does that help us? Didn't you notice anything? Whenever he made a statement he wasn't confident in, he displayed a certain habit. Did you see it? The very moment he said the word pistol, his fingers got all tense and he fiddled with the corner of a page in his book. How am I supposed to see that? Well, I could see it. How else do you think Daddy went 7 years without losing a game of poker? Or 3 years without losing a game of, court? What? I always sat next to Daddy during big matches. I could see what his opponents were feeling. You mean that's how Mr. Wright won all those games? Not cheating officially. I wasn't looking at their hands or anything. And I wasn't there all the time either. Daddy's quite good at poker after all, but not good enough to go undefeated that long. Great, so he cheated. What does that do for us? I don't believe this. You have to listen to his testimony one more time. No, scratch that. You have to watch his testimony. Perceive the truth. Watch a testimony? Perceive the truth. The only thing I'm perceiving is that I'm going to lose. Not true. Daddy said so. He said you have the power, Apollo. Mr. Wright said that? Watch the testimony. Perceive his true feelings. Is she serious? Time's up. Sorry, I can't think of any other way out of this one, Apollo. What was that she said before the trial started? Mr. Wright's not here today? He said his old foot injury was acting up. Yes, he smiled when he said we'd be fine as long as you're there, Trucy. Is this what he meant by us being fine? Well, methods aside, she did avoid one guilty verdict already today. Time to show this court what I'm made of. Get ready for justice! Let's do it. Apollo! You know, I'm starting to think I can do this. I knew you could do it all along. Oh, one more thing. Try to cover for Mr. Hat as best you can. I just flew in from the coast, and boy, are my arms tired. Right. June 16th, 11:40 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Gonna say 2. Not number 2. Alright. Hey, Mari! Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Good to see that I'm your favorite lawyer. However, I am mildly concerned for your ability to win a court case, based on that information. Court is now back in session. Right. We're fine. I'd like to say to the young lady standing next to you, Mr. Justice. Oh, you mean me? Don't you have anything to report? Anything concerning the mysterious phantom in the silk top hat? Oh, well, right, him. Don't worry about him, I settled all that. You settled that? Yes, it was an, out-of-court settlement. Right. Perhaps Fräulein would have us believe it was nothing more than a passing dream. A fantastic illusion. Now you see it, and now you don't. Am I right? I think he's on to me. Wish he would stop being so cool. Let us dispense with these niceties and get straight to the matter. What are your plans for our gifted witness? Right, the defense would like to request another cross-examination. Because I forgot to ask something. There was no issue with the witness's previous testimony. I will grant you your request, however, but this court will not permit stalling for time. Understood, Your Honor. But forget Apollo. When he isn't sure about something, he has a habit of fiddling with his book. Watch his hands, watch his hands. Okay, from shot to call. I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene, nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else. So we already fiddled with the book a second ago. I'm the one who wants to be a lawyer. Hey, I'm sure you do better than I would, based on these last few trials. But either way, I'm not sure I'm qualified to watch testimonies after all. Focus, Apollo. Find his weak spot. It's his jugular. Stab him in the neck. Focus. If only it were that easy. My ears hear what he says. My eyes see his expression. Do I have to do something more? What other senses do I have? Touch, smell, and, Apollo? You have to lick him. Or psychic powers. That's also a possibility. Oh, well, actually, might be. Wait, is it? What's this? My bracelet. A lawyer. I'm an MU. I'm like one of those people that would represent themselves in court that always lose. What's going on? My bracelet feels different somehow. I think Daddy was right. You can see it, can't you, Apollo? You're almost there. Find the weak spot in this testimony. I know this sounds crazy, but my bracelet is trying to tell me something. Murder arrow. Yeah, I detect death. So, you called immediately after witnessing the murder. The police undoubtedly have a record of the call. Why not check with them? Wait, Apollo! This has to be it! Wait, you mean his habit? Don't forget, Apollo. This just happened. The only time he even had the book open was here. Which means this is the place to look for this habit. I don't know how I know, but I know. Know what? It's my bracelet. It's different somehow. I can feel it reacting to something about the witness. Your bracelet? I was just looking up at it. I'm not sure I get this focus stuff you were talking about, Trucy. But I have a feeling that trusting my bracelet is the way to go. Okay. I just need to touch my bracelet with Y as it reacts to his testimony. There it is. What's going on? I can see the witness's face, his expression so clearly. It's filling my mind. And this happened earlier too when he was looking at Olga in the first trial. Or Olga, whatever her name was, Helga. It's Olga, it was Olga really, something like that, I don't know. I can see nothing else, hear nothing else. Apollo? Trucy, what's happening to me? I think you're going blind, Apollo. This is what I meant by focusing. Focusing. In this state, you can see everything, Apollo. Everything the witness does. That's great, but this is kind of freaking me out. Your Honor, the defense is tripping balls right now. Yeah, what is everyone else looking at this thinking about? Like, Apollo's just freaking out, and Trucy's like, just try not to do anything stupid. And he's just like, just look for Mr. Stickler's twitch, his habit. You remember it, right? Sure, when he says something he's not sure of, he fiddles with a page of his book. You got it. Right now, you're looking at the witness's face. And your eyes are sort of bugging out. They're just like flying out of his head, like. First, move your focus of attention down to Mr. Stickler's hand. His hand? You know what to look for now, but you have to be looking in the right place. She's right. I can only see his face like this. Time to try changing my viewpoint. Oh cool, I can go anywhere. There it is. Perfect! Now you're really ready. Ready for what? Ready to perceive the truth behind the twitch. Perceive. Try listening to the witness as you talk as you focus. Then watch for his habit. Right, you mean when he fiddles with the page? That's right! That's your signal to look closer, to perceive with Y. Find his weak spot and I guarantee we'll be able to give him the royal flush. Spoken like a true pokerhead's daughter. I'm a magician, thank you very much. So I have to pay attention to his words and his fingers. Don't worry if you miss it, you can always try again.
Apollo, this is the 57th time you've had him say this one sentence.
Right. Look out, nervous Twitch. Here comes justice.
I wonder if he changed his name or if that's just always been the family name. Here again, yeah. I think it's... I use my cell phone. Gotcha! Oh, wow, I sent him to the Shadow Realm. What was that?
I saw it! Just now I could see it!
Mr. Justice, do you have something to say? All this banging of desks. It's quite bad for my circulation, you know.
Mr. Stickler, allow me to ask you a simple question. Why did you fiddle with the page of your book just now? The very moment you mentioned your cell phone.
What are you talking about?
I'm curious now about this cell phone of yours. Mind if I ask a few questions? What to ask? Mr. Stickler, please show me your cell phone.
Why? Whatever for?
Show me and you'll find out.
Oh, now he's got that confident, like, Phoenix look. Well, I can't. I don't have it, you see? You don't have it?
Mr. Stickler, is this your cell phone?
Yow! Where did you get that?
That's the phone from yesterday. Look, a cell phone. You just earned some reward points. Someone dropped it beneath this tire. If the car moved, it would be crushed for sure.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
How strange, Mr. Stickler. Can you explain why your cell phone is sitting here in my hand at this very moment?
Hey, Lawbitch, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Wait a minute, what is the meaning of this? Okay, so brief recap. How can I put this? The one who kidnapped Trucy was a mannequin that she has that she uses for tricks. Whatever, disregard that. We learned how to look at people really, really closely, and now we're going to use that to prove that this guy lied about his phone.
This cell phone was found yesterday in the Maractus Clinic garage.
The Maractus? Why, that's the way the victim lived. Yeah, that's impossible.
Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court, didn't you? If your cell phone is here, how could you have called the police?
Oh, yuck. It's true. I didn't have my cell phone that night. The magic mannequins and the ability to stare. Honestly, what else I expected? Yeah, I don't know how else to put it. Like, the mannequin is like, it's like a little contraption she whips out. And it talks in like a New York accent. Where it's like, oh, hey, babe, my arm's getting tired. Or something like that. And now we're here. And he was lying. That is why it can be said that I called the police from a public payphone. A payphone? So you didn't call your cell phone after all?
Just where was this payphone located, Mr. Stickler?
Well, to indicate it with a startlingly high degree of accuracy, it was right around here. The New York puppet, that's the worst. But it can probably defend her if ever there was a problem. Was it grew up on the harsh streets of New York? That's quite a ways from the park. But why did you lie?
There can be only one reason. He didn't want the court to know he had lost his cell phone. Because it was found in the victim's garage.
What are you saying?
Mr. Stickler, you broke into the Maractus Clinic garage on the night of the murder. This cell phone tells all.
But that's ridiculous. It makes it sound like I snuck into this fellow's garage to commit some crime.
Now that I think about it, what else did we find? Did we find the panties in the garage too?
Maybe that's why he was there. He wanted to steal them or plug up the tailpipe or something? I don't know. Well, Dr. Maractus was killed that night. Well, yes, but no, this line of reasoning has to be against the rules. Yes, it's true, I lost my cell phone, but you can't prove that I lost it that night. Well, Mr. Justice, if that cell phone was dropped the night of the murder, it does raise considerable suspicions as to a connection with the crime.
Now's your chance, Apollo. Connect Mr. Stickler to the crime.
Oh, he's already connected enough. I just have to prove it. Well, do I have a piece of evidence that can do the job? Can I prove the cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder? Do I? Hold on, can I, like, examine the... There's the clock. Wait, can I prove that? Actually, yes! I can! Forgotten about the panties and tailpipe in the phone. Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. I can prove it! Of course I have evidence! Oh, I like your swagger there, forehead. Eat it. The court will see this evidence, Mr. Justice. Eat it, as they say. The evidence that proves the cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder is... Because this was taken off the car the night of the murder. And then, if this was found under the car, next to the tires, it would have been broken if the car had moved since then. So it had to be the night of the murder. That's a side view mirror. As it so happens, Dr. Maractus' car was in an accident that took place the night of the murder. An accident? An accident. It happened a little after 9 p.m., just outside People Park, our murder scene. Dr. Maractus' car hit a pedestrian. What are you trying to say? From the absence of a mirror, it's clear that the car was parked after the accident, which means it was parked there after 9 p.m. on the night of the murder. And there's a cat in there, on a box that says fragile. If your cell phone had been dropped before the car was parked in that garage, then it would have been crushed. After all, it was lying on the ground, right under the wheel. Ergo, Mr. Stickler, the only time you could have dropped this in that garage was after 9 p.m. the night of the murder in the park. Mr. Stickler, you know what this means? You did break into the victim's garage that night. This is most unexpected, Mr. Justice. Are you naming the witness as a suspect in the murder of Pal Maractus? No, stop! This is too much! This can't be happening! Prosecutor, say something! I suppose it is worth saying this. No connection has been found between Wesley Stickler and Pal Maractus. That is, other than this. I believe our next testimony will be most revelatory. Revelation. Is the witness prepared? Yes, Your Honor. I know that face. That's the face of guilt. The malpractice guy was involved. Oh, yeah. He's the victim, I think, of the murder. He did hit Phoenix Wright with his car, so there's that. Oh, I saw solving a murder and not trying to convict a noodle thief. Which we are kind of also trying to do, because whatever guy did that, apparently also did, he hit Phoenix with his car. And unless he was also the panty thief, which granted, the panties were found in his car, in the tailpipe. Decent chance that's it. Yeah, I've got no clue. Maybe he also committed his own murder, which would be a suicide at that point, but disregard that. Also, I just said the S word, so now YouTube is going to flag this video. Great. Wait, maybe. It doesn't matter. Stickler's truth. That night, yes, I went to the supermarket. I must have dropped my cell phone on the way back. And when I was walking through the park, I happened to witness the crime. I saw the killer, the victim, the stand. The stand? All is clear as day. It was him. I saw the defendant at the scene. Yes, but your cell phone was lying in a garage. Oh yes, well as you can see my model of cell phone has a defect. It teleports. It's given to rolling. It's quite a pain when I drop it alongside the road, you know. Looks like a normal cell phone to me. In any case, Mr. Justice, the cross-examination, please. I know YouTube even cares enough to flag you considering all the other BS that happens. Honestly, that's a pretty good point, actually. I should have, yeah. It's funny. My bracelet didn't react at all during that testimony. Well, he's not always going to be lying. He could just be wrong.
His nervous habit must not be acting up. I didn't sense anything either, actually. Looks like you're on your own this time around.
Right. No problem. I hope. Here comes justice. Went to the supermarket. Okay, not a problem. Must have dropped my cell phone on the way back. Okay, not a problem. But why were you in the garage? Walking through the park, happened to witness the crime. Believable. Saw the killer. The victim was sand clear as day. It was nighttime. Been at the scene. Hold on, let's go back to, press him on this. That's when you passed in front of the Maractus Clinic? Why, yes, that's correct. That was a pretty suspicious pause there. Mr. Stickler, do you think you could be a bit more specific? Please show us the exact route you took on the night of the murder. Like how I'm not lying, I just happen to not be telling the truth can be phrased so many different ways. Yeah. I guess it's not technically lying if you're just, like, wrong. And you thought something was true, but it isn't. Of course. The supermarket is here along the main road. My way home is from there. My way home from there takes me past the Maractus Clinic. This is probably when I dropped my cell phone. Yet, woe is I walked on, unaware of my loss. So you get one of those things that, like, change it to your pocket. I like those. And walked right into that fateful park. Let's see. Which entrance did you enter the park from? Well, to be exact, one might say that I went in from the entrance closest to the Maractus Clinic. The same entrance our victim used. Did you notice anything when you entered? Wheel marks from a noodle stand, for instance? I have no recollection of such a thing, no. Yet, though I might have missed the tracks, I could not miss what happened next. I am a keen observer of the obvious, you might say. This part of the testimony is the key. I know it! Should I press him about the killer, the victim, or the noodle stand? Fuck it, noodle stand, why not? I feel like we should get some measurements, because I still want to know how long it took them to get between Eldoon's house and the fucking park for the Community Mafia house. Honestly, good question. We need to know, like, how strong was this Maractus guy? If he could somehow, you know, push a giant noodle cart, I guess the regular sized noodle cart, that far. Do you happen to remember the noodle stand? Quite well, yes. For a student of the sciences, keen observation and healthy curiosity are vital. I remember everything. I could even read the sign. I believe it said... noodle. Yes, that was it. Remembering something quite well, it sure took you a while to tell us. The noodles are important to the plot. Based on what he said, that it might actually be. Hold on. Where is the... He saw it backwards! Doesn't say noodles, it says Eldoons! Oh. Wait. But that was the wrong direction then. Right? Maybe that is the key. And thank you for telling us that a noodle stand sells noodles. Very enlightening. Well, Mr. Justice? How about that sign? Could that be important? Yes. So the sign on the noodle stand said noodle? It appears the defense has just obtained a vital piece of testimony. Is this noodle stand's broth really that delicious? I'll have to go sample the wares one of these days. It will probably kill you, so don't. Also, we don't know how old the judge is. He's probably like 97 at this point. And mind you, it's been like 7 years since the third game, and he looks the same. I think that's worth adding to the testimony as well. Whatever sort of noodles that stand sells, it can't match up to IVU's cafeteria. I'm applied to the school of merely for a taste of our smart noodles. Makes them smart. Wouldn't mind a taste of that myself. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Considering how much of the salt there was, I consider it to be a redecorated box truck for salt that happened to sell noodles. Honestly, I could believe it. Objection! There it is! Honestly, I was kind of kidding when I said the noodle stand. I did not think that would actually wind up being important. Okay. And you're absolutely sure the sign read noodle? Why, just last week my professor offered me this praise. At least you have good eyesight, Stickler. I'll give you that. It read without a doubt, noodle. I see. What? Why are you looking at me like that? That pity I see in your eyes? Looking at how much salt he's willing to put in your food, I'm pretty sure that broth can fucking kill you from sodium overdose. Yeah, probably. I mean, I like don't get me wrong, I like salt, but like, I wonder what the upper limit is. Like, at what point would I be like, not too salty, too bad? Maybe like when all the liquid starts draining out of my body. Let's take a look at our map, shall we? So, you're claiming that when you saw the sign, you were standing here, was it? Although it would have been a bit hard to read the sign from your spot. You think so? Mr. Stickler, I'd like you to please take another look at the stand, and to carefully read what the sign says. See, the sign actually states the name of the stand's owner. Aldoons. Inconceivable! I'm certain it was definitely noodle for sure. Positive. I'm afraid your professor was wrong about that eyesight. I wouldn't be so quick to jump to that conclusion. The sign he saw changes everything. The witness says the sign said noodle, and he saw it right. What would you say if I told you that there is one spot from which the sign would be read the way Mr. Stickler claims? What? Mr. Justice, show us this spot! The witness actually viewed the stand from this location. The witness was standing here, on the opposite side. They're really making full use of the 3D, like, item feature. How do you know that? When viewed from the south, the sign on the stand reads Aldoons, as we know. However, observe the other side of the stand. Oh, this side says noodle. Exactly. The name of the stand is split between the front and back signs. According to Google, your upper limit depends on your biology, which is fair enough. Okay, yeah, I guess it does differ from person to person, kind of like spices. Or water, I guess, but yeah, that makes sense, I buy it. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court. You witnessed the crime from the northern side of the park, not the south. Yo, you got me! Objection! So what? Finally addressed the name, they did! So what? So what? What does it matter if he saw the killing from the north side or the south side? It makes no difference at all. He's right. Travel far enough to the south and you will end up going north. I mean, I guess so. Yeah, whatever. Even on a global scale, directions are utterly without a meaning. We're not on a global scale, though. We're on a town scale. Actually, maybe he's right. What does it change? It changes everything, Apollo. Like, yeah, I just said. Trucy, remember his testimony from before. No, to be honest, I'm a little scared of where this is leading. I like out of all the features they had to put on the little mannequins here, they had a nose. Look at it. The killer and the victim are facing each other here. And at the moment the killer raises his weapon, Mr. Stickler shouts, at which point the victim turns his head to look. And the killer fires his pistol. That's why the bullet hit him in the right temple. No contradictions, right? Right, but if Mr. Stickler was standing on the north side of the park, it reverses the whole scenario. He's like, hey, look over there, and then the guy just gets shot. Completely. If Mr. Stickler shouts from where he is now, and the victim looks in his direction, he gets shot in the wrong side of the head. The bullet would have hit his left temple. In other words, someone standing at point K couldn't shoot the victim in his right temple. It's impossible. That's right. So now that we know that Mr. Stickler was standing on the northern side, the wound location takes on an entirely different meaning. Indeed. You're absolutely correct, Fräulein. Wait, what accent was I doing there? You are absolutely correct, Fräulein. What meaning? The entry wound was on the right side of the victim's head, correct? Well, the right side of the victim's head is north. North? Ah! But that's where the witness, Wesley Stickler, was standing. That's where the witness, Wesley Stickler, was standing. Correct. So if he was standing to the north, then the only person here who could have shot the victim in the right temple was Mr. Stickler himself. What do you think Eldoon's salt limit is? I like to imagine he has no salt limit. He's just made of water, so it just keeps like getting diluted into him. An entirely aqueous person. Order! 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 Wow, the apple didn't fall far from the tree. Just flipped this whole case on its head while I was still figuring it out. Objection! But add it by 1 point for me if you would, that forehead. What now? Are you truly accusing this college student of murder? I mean, anyone can kill someone. Well, I can't say he exactly looks innocent, but something still doesn't feel right. You can't tell if this girl is 15 or something, especially if trained professionals have this much struggle. Wait, let's see. I think I can tell exactly how old she is. 15. Oh, wow, she is 15. And he's 33. Basically, like 1 foot in the grave at this point. No one knows how old he is. She's 42, 46, 21, 24, 25. Actually, yeah, I noticed this last time, but she's the same age as Apollo, I think. Yeah, 19, 46, 22. Alright, yep. I just can't picture him as the real killer. No, please, looks aside, I'm a really nice guy. That's what they all say. Oh. Well, I guess that is what they all say, huh? All my friends say so. Let's hear what the defense has to say. What are you going to do now, Justice? Should I really accuse Mr. Stickler? I mean, I think it could be another crime. I don't think not accusing him at all is the right move, but at the same time, murder... There's no way this gets solved in one trial. Let's go with another crime. Maybe the panties thing. Maybe he drove the car. Who knows? I don't think Wesley Stickler is a killer. But he's not innocent either. His unusual silence tells me that much. To be fair, kids kill their parents during birth, so... I mean, yeah, pretty much it's... Yeah. All ages thing. Mr. Stickler, you seem unusually quiet. Tell us why, now! The word confession isn't in my dictionary. Then, get another dictionary? Just get it, forehead. I'm afraid it falls to you to elucidate our Stickler's silence. Mr. Justice, you did say you were accusing the witness just now. For a crime other than murder. Your reason? The court's all ears. Yeah, I know he's guilty of something, but what crime other than murder is there? It's practically the only thing people get hired for as lawyers. I have evidence that shows his involvement in some other crime? Your evidence? The court's all eyes, Mr. Justice. Honestly, it very well could be the panties. Unless he stole the stand. Like, hold on, let's think about that for a moment. I don't think there's anything locking him into the crime part, so let's go with this other crime. Fuck it, panties. The evidence is this. I can imagine everyone just saw him whip out women's underwear in court. Apollo, what's that? What is that? Women's underwear?
Hey, those are mine.
Eh? Bro's on like a satellite delay in terms of reaction. Order! 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 Mr. Stickler, while I can't say this comes as a shock, it's not what it seems. My Pythagoras theorem, I swear it. Pythagorilla? On the night of the murder, just past 9 p.m., a young girl catches a panty snatcher red-handed. Bravely, she gives chase, but the snatcher flees. Also, there's a dog for some reason. And hides himself in no other place than the Maractus Clinic garage. Aha! Incidentally, these panties were found in the exhaust pipe of the car there. Presumably, he was trying to hide the evidence of his crime. Ergo, while you may not be a murderer, you are guilty of panty snatching in the first degree. How many different degrees for that are there? I took a drink, I didn't see what he said. Order! 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 Mr. Stickler, you should be ashamed. It's not what it looks like. Thieves! I think he died. No, he's up. He's breathing. So, are we to understand that you were silent not because you were guilty of murder, but because you lacked the courage to admit your theft of this girl's undergarments? Perhaps you are not aware that my school's name was originally written IV, which means 4. I stands for intelligent, V stands for artificial. Valiant, see? Your point? I'm not done! No, I'm a major in the science department. Guy is in a different zip code. Guy had news reporter-ass reaction times. And we now go live to Stickler with the report on him being a panty snatcher. Stickler? It just shows like... What? A 22-year-old man stole a middle schooler's pant... Yep, pretty much. Well, hey, I'll have you know, some places she might be a high schooler. Which does not make it better. I don't know why I said it like that. Yes, we of IVU Science Department are valiantly curious. No challenge is too daunting, and what greater challenge to science is than mystery? What? Come on, you're talking about girls' panties here. I said that a little too loud. My neighbors are gonna be weird here. My neighbors might ask me about that one. Anyway. No, you do not understand. A mystery is the unknown, and the unknown is unacceptable. What exactly is unknown here? And, my friends, when it comes to mysterious, those panties are the promised land. I really hope no one hears me actually reading this part. Like saying AOC in Japan is 16. It's still fucking weird. Oh, yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I'm not trying to defend the guy. I want to clarify. I'm just saying, like... no, I'm not even trying to make a legitimate argument. Let's just keep up. Let's just keep going. Alright. And, my friends, when it comes to mysteries, those panties are the promised land. From the moment I first laid eyes on them, I was compelled to investigate. For science. Dude, you are not making yourself sound better here. A full-size car tire was only the first mystery those panties revealed. What? Oh, right, she used them for tricks. I forgot about that. A tire? Yes, I saw her do it. She pulled a tire out of those panties. That's not all. First there was the tire, then a stew pot, and a frozen chicken. Where'd you get the frozen chicken? One mystery after another. It was magic.
Oh, I remember now. He's one of the regulars in the audience at the Wonder Bar.
The fact that this part of your internet legacy is both hilarious and disappointing. It's funny at the very least.
Huh? He's talking about my magic panties trick.
I just don't understand. A broom from a... You know what, I'm just gonna... To save my reputation with my neighbors, I'm just gonna replace every instance of panties with hippopotamus. Let's just go from there. A broom from a pair of hippopotamus? It mocks the very laws of physics.
A broom and a frozen chicken, Trucy? Whatever happened to doves and bunny rabbits?
Mr. Stickler, you stole this girl's hippopotamus to understand the magic trick? You say hippopotamus, but they are so much more than that. They can crush a watermelon with their jaw. For me, they are an object of serious study. I wonder. There has been a recent rash of hippopotamus snatchings in the area. Were they all you? I'm sorry, but I did it all for science. Each time I spied a pair of hippopotamus hopping in the breeze, maybe thought this pair would be elucidate the mystery. That night as she chased me through the streets, I wept tears of joy. Perhaps this is the night that I will seize the truth that lies within those hippopotamus. Yet what was I? For once again, the lazy heart pattern truth slipped through my fingers. Okay. Jail. Still, that leaves one thing unexplained. Ah, you refer to our witness's other lie, yes? The witness claimed he saw the crime from the south, but was in fact from in the north. Indeed. Would anyone care to explain why he lied about that? Be my guest, there, forehead. Me? Did I not hear you correctly? Did you not say you do not accuse the witness of murder? Why then does the witness lie about his location at the time of the shooting? Or have you no idea?
Apollo, there's something about the way the diagram is arranged right now. When you think about it, right near where Mr. Stickler was standing, isn't there a...
Well, Mr. Justice, what say you? You have any evidence to show why the witness lied about his location? Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, there was the trash can, and that's where we found the other pair of panties. Hippopotamus. Shit. This is the most elaborate murder case in fucking history. The fact that it's likely gets more complicated from here makes me curious and scared of what the future beholds. I'm interested too. Yeah, this is a wacky little case. The evidence that shows why he lied is this. What? More hippopotamus? How many hippopotamus are you carrying in your pocket, Terrified? These are the last, honest! These were found in a trash can at People Park. Looking at the diagram, we can see that the trash can was right next to where the witness stood. Mr. Stickler, you didn't! Alas, I'm a failure as a scientist. I can't unravel the mysteries of the universe. I can't even unravel a pair of hippopotamus. So these hippopotamus are your handiwork as well? That night I had been chased, hounded into the Miraculous Clinic garage. Weeping into frustration, I was forced to abandon my prize. Don't you see how I felt? Well, wait, if she didn't catch him leaving the place, why didn't he just take it with him? Huh? My questions will go unanswered. What does underwear have to do with... Technically, these are, panties. Only censor the word of hippopotamus. What does underwear have to do with hippopotamus? Man, I don't know. It's just life. Don't you see how I felt? Believe me, I'd rather not. I hid in the garage for a short while. Then, abandoning the hippopotamus, I made for home. To avoid the office where the girl works, I went toward the south entrance. When I saw them hanging out there on a clothesline by a giant mansion, a giant pair of hippopotamus. Apparently he didn't know those bloomers belonged to the mob. I had them safe in my pocket, ready to take home. And I stumbled upon a murder. The murder of Dr. Maractus. I reported what I had seen, but as I waited for the police to arrive, I got scared. What if they searched me? That's when you disposed of the bloomers. Yes, it was a severe blow to the progress of science, but one that had to be borne. A fascinating, if disturbing, tale. Right, that's a fucking... Yeah, but what are you doing, dude? This guy's nuts. Throw him in Arkham. Make him the newest patient. I believe this brings today's proceedings to a close. And I'm more than pleased to dismiss the witness for the remainder of the trial. One last thing, if I might. Yes, Prosecutor Gavin? Regardless of where we ended today, some vital points were made. Namely that the defendant, Vaki Kitaki, was at the scene of the crime. And he was pointing a weapon at the victim. I mean, decent chance it's a knife based on this picture. It's very blurry. One more thing. Just one more thing. Exclusive. World premiere. Maybe I got that out of order, but either way, yeah, that's the joke. Vaki Kitaki has a clear motive. Indeed. The defendant Vaki Kitaki is still the prime suspect in this case. Flavia looks so similar to Dante. He does have a similar, like, vibe. It's a Soul Eater cosplayer, yeah! The only suspect, in fact. Assuming there was no one else at the scene at the time. Yet a mystery remains. The location of the wound in the victim's right temple is yet to be explained by a gunshot. The court requests further investigation from both the defense and prosecution. Yeah, baby. No problem. Very well, this brings the trial for the day to a close. Court is adjourned. To be continued. But I'll still be going. Okay. Yes. June 16th, 2:23 p.m. Write Anything Agency. What a train wreck that was. I'm glad we made it out of that trial alive.
Really? I had fun.
I thought she was gonna say, like, really? I thought we should die.
And Walkie made it through the day, too.
Everyone was too obsessed with hippopotamus to bother with the real case.
But it was good publicity. Imagine the crowd at my show tonight. You should come, Polly.
Yeah. There's the little mannequin.
The amazing Mr. Hat will be making an appearance.
Hi, folks. I'll be here all week.
That's about enough of him.
Ah.
Hello? Ah, Miss Tiala. Thank you for today. Trial went well.
Or said he's gonna send me to court for plushie abuse. Well, then, don't abuse plushie. Also, you're not admitting to it, right? They can't... Imagine if they use this, like, this chat section in court. You see on the 4th episode of Arrowhead's Paul Justice playthrough, he admitted to abusing the plushies on the comment section. And I have to come in as a witness. Get me up on one of those little screens they have at cons. Okay.
Oh, right, no problem. Do you think Walkie will be okay?
Well, he's not guilty. Yet.
Please, you have to help him.
Well, I mean, yeah, we are quite literally his lawyer.
We're supposed to get married next month.
I realize that, but, well...
Oh, congratulations.
Way to put the pressure on a guy.
Please, let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
I wish all the hippopotamus stuff was more about comfort items like pillows and on undergarments. I mean... You know what? At least that part's, you know, out of the way. We're done with it. I assume. Just out of curiosity, what happens if I do this?
I'm sorry, I don't know much about the case. I feel so helpless.
You're my only hope. I'm a layer in the Ace Attorneyverse. We ain't getting paid for a wedding, motherfucker. I'm a lawyer, yeah. We're not really getting paid much of anything, I don't think.
Please help my walkie-talkie.
Okay, let's just talk. Marriage.
Are you sure about marrying into the Kitaki family? I'm fine with it, and I love Walkie with all my heart. Aw, that's so sweet. So it doesn't bother you that you'll be, married to the mob? I don't think so. He has told me to never ask him about his business. My parents are against it, of course. Say, where did you and Walkie first meet, anyway?
Question. Miss Tiala doesn't look like the type to have gangster connections.
We met at my old job, actually. I was a hitman. Ah, office romance.
She's not very forthcoming with information about herself, is she? Well, we don't need to know, you know. She has a private life, we have a private life. We don't need to find out. We ask a lot of questions at the Write Anything Agency, but we don't ask that.
Did you know that the boss is trying to get out of the business?
Really? Mr. Kitaki wants to quit being a gangster?
He's trying to transfer his assets into a normal company.
It is kind of interesting how some criminal organizations do try to go legitimate. You know? Like, hey, good, you're trying to help, but, what are you doing?
He only only announced it recently, out of the blue. I hear there's quite a lot of confusion in the ranks.
If this explains that apron. I can't imagine Waki going along with that.
He's highly motivated, isn't he? That's not the word I would have used. He said, I'll be the next big boss and keep the family alive.
Big boss, huh? Just looked it up. My guy Phoenix faces homelessness, potential homelessness, and poverty despite being a skilled defense attorney. Apparently pay rates are inconsistent as fuck. Yeah. That's the thing. I guess it's kind of like a... They just list their price and you list what you want them to pay and then you just kind of go from there. It's all about negotiating and trying to secure a good deal and whatnot.
That's not the way I would have put it. His father moves in a lot of circles. He's really focused on profits. The Kitasaka family's been making a killing recently.
Interesting choice of words.
Again, not the way I would have put it.
Everything about your live streams is thumbnails and comedy. Aw, thanks. I mean, the thumbnails are pretty simple. It's usually just like my art and then the logo of the game, but I think it's got at least... I think it just shows what it is, at the very least. I think that's good. Sometimes clarity is what you need.
Well, Walker says it's not about the money. They have the gangster tradition to uphold. Oh, a generation gap. We've even got the ever-classic what about the family business thing going.
Usually it's the father worried about tradition. Can I ask you a question about Waki? I understand he was operated on by the victim, Dr. Maractus.
Apparently, yes.
I was at his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up on my op something bad. Apparently, some cases like Larry from the first game don't give him a single dime. Sometimes people just owe him yet never pay up. That's gotta suck. And he just lets me go without a word. See you later. Bye. So I gotta go in and get another doc to patch me up again.
Yes, it sounded horrible. Walker's always been fond of fighting, I'm afraid.
Not sure if it qualifies as fighting when pistols are involved. Apollo, that's quite literally what fighting is.
Mr. Gavin was saying his life might be in danger, wasn't he? No, that can't be right. I'm sure he was just trying to scare us. It's scary to think that a surgeon might make a mistake. But it's even scarier when he tries to hide it.
Imagine saving these people from lifetimes in prison only to get broke because you're too nice of a lawyer. Yeah, it's kind of like how... I heard a little bit of like Devil May Cry lore where Dante sometimes, if someone can't pay up for a job, he'll just like be like, okay. And he just leaves. Or it's like, yeah, it's great that you're nice, but... You know... You do, to some extent, have to look out for yourself, you know? At least get like a favor from them. I'd like to know more about this, a little more about this operation. Maybe it's time to pay the Maractus Clinic a visit.
I should be getting home now. Waki's in your hands, Mr. Justice. Right, leave it to me. Apollo, I think you're only making her more nervous. Sorry, I'm new at this, okay? Hehe, that's alright. I believe in you.
Okay, let's go to Maractus Clinic. Okay, never mind. Can I get in? Front entrance to the Maractus Clinic. The walls and posts are so highly polished I can see my face in them. Wait, my hairdo's a little flat. There, perfect. Okay, never mind, we can't enter. Fuck it. Dante owes debt to ladies, supposedly, and he has to sell his weapons just to afford basic pizza and a milkshake. Honestly, yeah, you know. He could get a lot of mileage out of that. Okay, is anyone anywhere? Where am I going? Go to the Hickville Clinic. Never mind, Nick isn't here either. God damn it! Where am I going? Here we are. June 16th Detention Center, Visitor's Room.
Looks like Walkie's out for questioning.
I really need to talk to him. I need to come back later. Excuse me.
Yes?
The other suspect is all through with questioning, sir.
The other... Oh, you mean the hippopotamus snatcher.
What is a fucking ghost town? Yeah, where did everyone go? Wesley Stickler. So they arrested him too? No shit, Apollo, he committed a crime!
Alright, let's have a little chat with Mr. Stickler. I don't regret this. He is a valuable witness. He's a bit precious, I'll give him that.
More like precocious. Yo, you could do a lawsuit on the electricity fund or an internet provider. I can't watch your streams in peace. Or even download Devil May Cry 5. I have to wake up at 4 a.m. to start downloading till 9 a.m. Oh, that sucks. We should sue them, why not? They're not giving us the real power that we deserve. Please keep this brief if you would, I'm quite busy. What, going to prison? Getting your diploma revoked? I need to finish this paper. Neo, it's you. 5 hour downloads, dude. Yeah, just if you can, like, if it's affordable, I guess go for a different provider. Because man, that is just not it. Mr. Stickler, we'd like to have a few words with you. Very well, as long as they're few. Nothing would make me happier, believe me. Mr. Stickler, on the night of the murder, you stole... Wait, I can't help but feel that I'm being misunderstood.
How exactly?
Yes, that night I obtained a pair of hippopotamus, it's true. However, it was my burning curiosity that drove me to do it, nothing more.
You wanted to know the trick of my hippopotamus, right?
You're here too? Oh great Trucy, teach me!
Huh?
I must know the secret of your hippopotamus. My very existence hangs in the balance. I really didn't think I'd have to say hippopotamus that much today, you know? I did not wake up to thinking that was going to be a thing that happened. Other alternatives would be chrysanthemum or Delilah. I don't know. Okay. My very existence hangs in the balance. Please make me your apprentice.
Apollo, help!
I don't know. I could make a great lovely assistant.
Don't say that, Apollo.
I was grinning like shit in the flashback. Yeah, he's nuts. No remorse. No surrender. Jesus. Could you relate what you saw the night of the murder to us one more time? Why not? Though it hardly differs from the testimony I gave in court. The defendant was there in the park that night. Of this I'm quite certain. He was pointing a pistol or something like that at the victim. That's when I shouted, "Stop, you two! Let's resolve this like gentlemen!" And the next moment a shot was fired. And this is all true? Really? My hippopotamus is gone. My innermost heart was revealed. What further reason could I possibly have to lie? Can't think of anything you'd want to hide more than the hippopotamus snatching, that's true.
Sounds like Walkie was at the scene of the crime after all.
Oh, I wish it weren't so. In other words, we have quite the dilemma on our hands. Okay, here we go. June 16th, Aldoon's house.
Hey, it's Mr. Aldoon. Oh, Mr. Aldoon.
Huh.
What's wrong?
So you found my stand. This is going to be marked as a documentary with how many hippos are mentioned. I believe it. Why not? We'll see. That's why I'm here. Thank you. But now it's a crime scene and they won't let me have it back. That's also why I'm here. I got no other place to go. I see. God damn, his life sucks. How can a noodle stand be a crime scene? That's what I don't get, Trucy doll. Capybara is also a good censor. Capybara would be pretty good. I think I'm gonna stick with hippopotamus though. It's become a little too ingrained in my brain, you know? Even in death, he's after my neck, I tell ya. Bah! Can't even cook an honest noodle.
He? Even in death? You mean the victim, Dr. Maractus?
Guy lives in the salt sand, apparently. And not his little shed right here. I tell ya. It's enough to drive a man to make his soup even saltier. Remind me to never eat his noodles when he's in a bad mood. Can't stand. For generations it served up the very best noodles us Eldoons could make. A tradition of noodles and salty broth. It's more than a stand. It's history, I tell ya.
Watch what you say or it might become true. That's a great story, Mr. Aldoon. A single stand passed down from generation to generation.
Of course, to be honest, I didn't plan on doing it.
That's right, you said something about that. About you rebelling against your pops, was it?
Good memory, Trucy doll. Aye, I was a go-getter back in my day. Generations that predate the first noodle stand ever made, apparently. It's a long line of people being made of noodles, you know? He makes it from his hair, which is why he's got so little of it right now. You know, he's just been cutting it off to make into, like, bowls of noodles. My best friend next door butted in. In the end, I was left with nothing but this dusty old stand to earn my fortune.
Mr. Aldoon, I don't mean to pry, but what exactly did you do before you became a chef?
I was a surgeon. Let old noodles lie, that's what I say.
Starting to get an idea of what he did anyway.
He must have been that one doctor who did the surgery on, Waki. Salty broth, lethal poison, yeah. Made of salt. Technically, any dose of something is the legal dose for it if you hit someone in the head with it hard enough. And now I don't even have that.
Mr. Aldoon, if I might ask, what exactly happened between you and the Maractus Clinic? I couldn't help but sense enmity was there.
Enmity? I hate him. I hate it. Him acting like he smells like roses when he's rolling in the mud.
Excuse me?
He's the only doctor at that clinic, you know. Pretty impressive, huh? I'll tell you the secret to his success. The mob. I feel like this guy chopped off the wrong noodle as a surgeon and decided to go into cooking. Yeah. Certainly a possibility. I've heard weirder backstories than stabbing a dude in the schlong and then proceeding to join the military, yeah. They're always having one of them turf wars or whatnot. Always an injury or two that needs fixing. Maractus saw a chance for some business. Enmity is now a new word I have in vocabulary to describe active amounts of hatred. I know it from like Monster Hunter and Final Fantasy where they had the behemoth fight, and the one who like hits it in the face the most gets like enmity from it, which means they become the target of attacks. So we started giving the Kentucky family a good deal. A deal? Every 5th operation for free. He stole the idea from my pops. 1 free bowl of noodles a week, he used to say. Can a doctor just decide to do that? What about the insurance companies? The world is full of tales which I never knew. Yeah, me too. Oh, no doubt it's illegal. But it got him in good with the family. Pretty soon he was getting all the business in town. Leaving me here in the dark. Up to my neck in soupy noodles. I think I figured out Mr. Aldoon's former occupation. As have I. Can't hurt to ask, Apollo. Well, we already asked the other two, so... Mr. Aldoon, or should I say, Dr. Aldoon. Figured it out, did you? That's right, I was a doctor. A surgeon. Until the year before last. So, Mr. Maractus was your rival? You like those onions they say put in the soup broth? Yeah, kinda. Take a spoon and you drink some broth. Those onions will find their way in there. Full of noodles, free surgery, these guys have got a good system. They've got an odd system. Yeah, every 5th operation free. My guy, if he's a good doc, sign me. Like, here's the question. Would you get, like, 4 small surgeries done, then just have, like, a big one for the 5th one? Like, if I need, like, a heart transplant, right? That's gonna take a lot of money. But, what if I just have my other, treatments just be, like, removing fingernails or something? Or, like, blood tests. I guess this isn't surgery, but, like, something like that. And then you can just save a lot of money on it, right? Unless they charge it for all, but who knows? For people who like them, well, that's just fine. People who hate them. I hate onions. Hate them. Always sneaking in from the side, getting in the way of a good tasting spoonful. Well, that's what he was. An onion. Onion boy. That's what I called him. So, you weren't exactly friends. Ha! Me and Proud Maractus? Ever since preschool, we were getting in each other's faces. No matter what I did, sure enough, he'd come knocking, he'd come following. Then he'd just do it better than me. Just blow right past without so much as a howdy. I see. That's right. I was a surgeon long before he was, you know. Then take that no good looking onion boy comes along. No looking onion boy comes along, whatever. Well, Trucy, so we found ourselves a new suspect. Don't say that. Thanks to him, I was forced to trade in my scalpel for a ladle. Sorry, pal. I mean to weigh you down with an old man's ramblings. No, it's fine. But, by the way, a token of apology. You ever get yourself in a spot of trouble, you can drop by. Huh? You're investigating Maractus, aren't you? Yes. Well, you want to know a doctor? You ask a doctor. That's all I'm saying. Scalpel for Deadly Soup. He's now officially been on both sides of the spectrum. I mean, yeah, I guess so, huh? The eating side and the getting killed. A ladle is like... It's like one of those spoons that's like kind of like a small bowl at the end instead of like the scoopy thing, so you can like dip it in the soup and then drink out of it to like test it. And be like, Nah, needs more salt. Just think of me if you need something, Trucy doll. Here's that water, I might need some soon. I don't know. Thanks to the time spent listening to him complain wasn't entirely wasted. Can I go to the Maractus Clinic now? I can go to the garage. Still. Just wins for the fruit punch at events. Yeah, there you go. That's another good example. What do I want? What do I want to... Maybe here? Here we are. June 16th, Kitaki Mansion. Yipes, she's back! Hey, Yoto, over here! Well, that's not the voice I use for the husband. Her voice is more like, you know. Oh, us? Yo, Lil Plum, what's up? I think all this gangsterese is a negative influence on Trucy. I had you retrieve my bloomas. Well, I was just doing... A man speaks clearly and takes credit where it's due. You caught the thief, didn't you? Yes, sorry, I caught him. You're cute when you're nervous, Polly. I'll deal with you later. Enough about bloomas. What about my son, Waki? Waki? Well, he's... Clearly! Yes, ma'am! This is why I was kind of hoping we could avoid coming back here. Well, on my fault, everything just didn't unlock. You actually got a scary encounter for me that should actually need a lawyer. Like what? Or actually, I guess at that point, get a lawyer. He's really everything you'd expect in a boss's son. I'm gonna be a gangster, dude. Life does have the appeal for that age. Particularly for boys. What? Look at me like that. He was shot in a turf war about a half a year ago. Yes, we heard the story from Waki. But he didn't tell you the whole story. You know, even if he had a pistol then, he couldn't have shot anyone. What? He acts like he's hard, but he couldn't shoot someone to save his life. I should know. I'm his mom. Her words do have a certain weight to them. Hopefully, when this is all taken care of, he and the boss can sort out their differences. The boss? You mean Waki's father? They didn't seem to be on the best terms, did they? White girl stare is the most terrifying thing ever. Looks like a giant thumb to me. Yeah, I mean, kinda. Alright. As much as I would like to continue this, I do have some stuff I need to get around to doing. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Airhead, your favorite VTuber Android. My next stream is sometime this week. Keep an eye out for that on my schedule tomorrow, and I hope to see you all there. Have a lovely morning, day, or evening. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. And goodbye for now.